What's going on, guys? It's Jimmy here with your $1,400 third stimulus check update and third stimulus package update. Can you see what that sign says right there? Yes, the third stimulus check package bill was passed in the US Senate. In this video, we're going to go over the details of what that means, what needs to happen next, and what this means for your bank account, and all the good details. As always, it's the details that matter. However, the bill has passed the US Senate, which is absolutely amazing, amazing news. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe down below so you don't miss out on new videos on the third stimulus check, as well as the other things we cover on this channel, such as student loan forgiveness, which will likely be happening after this bill, Social Security increases of $200 per month, which President Joe Biden has campaigned on, and the next stimulus bill, along with all the different buckets of money coming from the third stimulus package bill, the mortgage assistance, the rental assistance, the utility assistance, the property tax assistance, the checks, the man, there's a lot of stuff. The unemployment money, the money for sick leave, the $3,000 to $3,600 child income tax credit, and then the next stimulus package coming called the Build Back Better package. So yeah, don't forget to smash the like button. Today's a good day. I'm going to give you all the details. Let's jump right in. Here's Chuck Schumer, the Senate Majority Leader, moments before the big moment.
We will end this terrible plague, and we will travel again and send our kids to school again and be together again. Our job right now is to help our country get from this stormy present to that hopeful future. And it starts with voting aye on the legislation before us. Vote yes on the American Rescue Plan. Vote yes. We will end this terrible plague, and we will travel again and send our kids to school again and be together again. Our job right now is to help our country get from this stormy present to that hopeful future. And it starts with voting aye on the legislation.
Then, moments later on the Senate floor, this happened.
No senator wishes to change their vote. If not, the yeas are 50, the nays are 49. The bill as amended is passed.
So yeah, as you've seen there, they passed the third stimulus check package in the Senate. It actually ended up with a vote of 50 to 49, which is a simple majority, which meant that the bill could pass through the reconciliation process. Although Vice President Kamala Harris apparently didn't get to use her reconciliation card and didn't get to be the tiebreaker vote because there was one Republican from Alaska who had to go home for a funeral, although we know that they would have voted no anyways. So Vice President Kamala Harris didn't get to pass the tiebreaker vote, but it did pass with a simple majority of 50 votes yes, all Democrats, all 50 Democrats voted yes, and 49 votes no. All 49 Republican senators voted no to the third stimulus check package. Now, this comes as the Senate literally was in session since 9 a.m. Friday. They actually went and kind of voted through the night on the vote-a-rama process, the amendment process. Mitch McConnell tried to adjourn until this morning, and the Democrats overruled him and literally worked throughout the night without sleeping. And they passed it, I believe, at around 12-ish noon today. So maybe closer to 1. So they literally worked without sleeping. Imagine Mitch McConnell and Chuck Schumer and Bernie Sanders. They're working until noon the next day, pulling an all-nighter without sleeping. I know that doesn't sound like a good day at the office for me, but apparently a lot of people were kind of getting a little crabby. As you can see here, the Senate chamber was holding a marathon voting session known as the Vote-a-Rama, where any senator can force a vote on potential changes or amendments to the mammoth relief package. Democrats have rejected a series of proposed Republican changes to the bill, which is exactly what I told you would happen. Any amendments at this point would just further delay the bill. The Senate voted on more than 30 amendments or motions to alter the bill as of 11:15 a.m. on Saturday, as the grueling session appeared to be taking its toll and stretched beyond 24 hours. Tempers started to fray on the floor as sleep deprived senators slogged their way through Republican sponsored amendments, many of them intended to be used for political attacks at a later date. Senate Budget Committee Chairman Bernie Sanders vented his frustration after Senator Rick Scott, a Republican from Florida, offered an amendment that would block lawmakers' pay when Congress fails to pass an annual budget. Quote Bernie Sanders, my colleague from Florida may not know it, but this is a budget. It's a $1.9 trillion reconciliation budget, which in fact turns out to be the most significant piece of legislation for working people that has passed in decades. So that's funny. It's ironic because as you see here, Senator Rick Scott, a Republican from Florida, offered an amendment that would block lawmakers' pay when Congress fails to pass an annual budget. And Bernie Sanders reminded him that this is a budget. It's called the budget reconciliation process. This is actually a budget, and Rick Scott voted against it. So Rick Scott and all the Republicans voted no, but yet he brought up an amendment that would block lawmakers' pay when they fail to pass a budget. So he basically was bringing up an amendment that he was voting against. You can't make this stuff up. It's just beyond words what happens in Congress. Luckily, I'm here to kind of sift through it. It's kind of a comedy, really. It's like a comedy and a soap opera, like combined in one on a daily basis. So, what does this mean? As you can see here on screen, I like to show these things on screen because I always get these people that are like the non-believers that never believe anything at all, and oh, we're never gonna get the checks, and you you get those people that are just always negative. Be positive. It's much better in life to be positive. Today is a positive day. As you see here, Senate passes Biden's COVID relief bill, sending the legislation with $1,400 stimulus checks back to the House of Representatives. So, what does this mean? This means the Senate passed it. As I told you yesterday or in the past videos, the Senate is really kind of the hurdle at this point. Once the Senate passes it, we're pretty much good to go. It needs to go back to the House of Representatives where they're not expected to make any changes or any amendments. Although they could, it's not expected to happen. It's expected to go back to the House of Representatives today. I will be updating you on this as we go through the night. Remember, my next videos will be at 8 p.m. and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. But it will go back to the House. It's past the Senate. It has to go back to the House because they made amendments. They made changes to it. It has to be the same bill to pass the House and the Senate. Remember, they changed multiple different things in this bill. They have removed the $15 an hour minimum wage. As I kind of expected, the minimum wage did not make it in there at all. There's no compromise minimum wage. It's just literally completely taken out. I expect them to try to pass a standalone bill after the third stimulus check package fully passes and the president signs it into law for minimum wage. The Democrats will be pushing for $15 an hour, but they will not be able to get it at this point because they do not have the votes. It went for a vote in the Senate yesterday, strictly on the $15 an hour amendment, basically, which shows where everybody stood. And only 42 senators voted yes for it. There was 8 Democrats that voted against it and all 50 Republicans. Now, we do have a counter proposal from Republican senators for $10 an hour minimum wage, and that is likely around where they will be able to pass a standalone bill for minimum wage increase, which is still a much better increase than the current $7.25. I expect that $10 or maybe $11 an hour at most is about where they will be able to pass a standalone bill for the minimum wage. They also had to reduce the stimulus check income qualifications and the unemployment benefits to be able to get Senator Joe Manchin on board and finally get his vote. Apparently, President Joe Biden needed to step in personally and personally call Democratic Senator Joe Manchin to speak with him and negotiate with him and actually negotiate the deal and get it done. As you can see here, one of President Biden's biggest selling points in his 2020 campaign trail was that he knows how Washington, and more specifically the Senate, works and could get things done. Last night, he delivered when he helped break an 8-hour long stalemate between Democratic Senator Joe Manchin and other Democrats on extending the unemployment benefits in this third stimulus check package beyond March 14th when they're due to expire. Under the deal, laid off unemployed workers will receive $300 per week federal unemployment benefits on top of their state benefits until September 6th. This used to be $400 per week. It was reduced to $300 per week. And the first $10,200 in unemployment benefits received in 2020 will be tax-free for households with less than $150,000 in annual income. So that is actually very good news for most people, as the $10,000, $10,200 of your first unemployment money, so basically your first $10,000 of income, 10,200, will be not counted as taxable income. Remember, unemployment benefits, unemployment bonuses, unemployment money counts as a replacement of your income. It's considered your income. Okay, that is taxable money. The stimulus checks, the $1,400, are not taxable. Okay, let's get that clear. So many people are confused about that. $1,400, not taxable. Unemployment money, unemployment bonus money, $300 per week unemployment stimulus checks, taxable. However, with this brand new detail that they just passed in the Senate, the first $10,200 of this year's money, 2020, so likely will be for your tax return that you file next April, you can get up to $10,000 of not taxable income from your unemployment money. So if you have any unemployment money, first $10,000 will not be taxed on. This will likely save you $1,000 or $2,000 in taxes, or an additional $1,000 or $2,000 in stimulus money directly to you because they happen to put this provision in, which is very good news. So Joe Manchin is kind of he's in kind of some hot water right now. As you can see here, quote, I have no idea what he's doing about Senator Joe Manchin. It took a direct phone call from President Biden and significant concessions to get the senator on board. Literally, Joe Manchin was at least up until this point, possibly the one and only single senator from the Democratic side who was holding up the entire country from getting the third stimulus check package and the third stimulus relief package. In the end, it took a direct phone call from President Biden and a meeting with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer and significant concessions to get Joe Manchin on board. He trimmed several weeks of unemployment benefits off of Senator Tom Carper's compromise amendment from earlier in the day and added a $150,000 cap to the proposal tax deduction for up to $10,000 in unemployment benefits. It's also very likely that solely Senator Joe Manchin was the only person that caused the stimulus checks to have the reduced income cap, which possibly will affect up to 15 million people not getting the stimulus checks this third time around that did get the first and the second stimulus check. And that is because, well, Joe Manchin caused all these concessions. He's basically the only one that forced this to happen. We don't know this for certainty, but for the most part, it's probably Joe Manchin's fault that up to 15 million Americans will not be getting stimulus checks because of the income cap that they reduced basically in the last 24 to 48 hours, that just kind of came out of nowhere. And that's reducing the income caps from $100,000 for an individual earner to get the stimulus check, now down to $80,000. So up to $75,000, you'll get the full stimulus check as an individual. Up to $80,000, you get a reduced check. So you only get a reduced check between that extra $5,000. Over $80,000, you do not get a third stimulus check, and double that for couples. So $150 for a couple and $160 is the cutoff. So yeah, that's significantly lower than before, which the first two stimulus checks was up to $100,000 for a individual and double that for a couple. So in this third stimulus check, they had to make a compromise on the income limits and the unemployment, although honestly, the unemployment is probably going to be better for some people because instead of $400 per week, you're going to get $300 per week, but you're going to get $10,200 of tax-free unemployment money. So $10,000 of earnings that you're not going to pay any taxes on. That'll likely break even for some people, be better for some people. I mean, it is what it is. It's not like you have a choice in the matter where you could take the $400 per week or take the $10,000. It's just, it is what it is, right? We can't really like negotiate against the senators. They're doing it for us. So now the bill goes to the U.S. House of Representatives where they are expected to vote on it tonight. So don't miss my next episodes at 8 p.m. Eastern Time tonight and 11 p.m. Eastern Time tonight. I will keep you updated. Once it passes the House, then it goes to the president to sign this into law and to start sending the checks out. I'll keep you updated on that entire process when the money comes, along with the other buckets of money that are in this package, such as the mortgage assistance, rental assistance, property tax assistance, utility assistance, and the child earned income tax credits of $3,000 to $3,600 per child. So make sure to subscribe down below. Share this video with your friends and family. Subscribing is completely free. Sharing is completely free. There's a share button down there. This way they'll know what is going on with the stimulus checks and when to expect them, which could be as early as tonight if the House and the President sign it. So I will keep you updated. You can click this top video here to watch my newest stimulus check video next. And this video teaches you how to start your own business selling products on Amazon FBA. I have dozens of students that have replaced their 9-to-5 income selling products on Amazon. That me and my wife sell products on Amazon, and we teach people how to do it also. Click on one of those videos next. Thanks, guys, and I will see you in the next video.